All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. The title of this lesson I'll have is, basically, blessed are ye when, men shall separate themselves from you, or men, your family, more, focus on your family, but, your friends, all the people you grew up with in the world, they're going to separate themselves from you, because that worldly spirit that was once in you, they don't recognize you no more, and you become an alien, because this truth is the ultimate separator, and that's what the YAHAWASHI is all about. He's about division, setting men at variance, and dividing. That's what the Most High is all about. And you're separated because, talking to you, hopeful elect, you're separated because the Most High wants to take you away from this worldly madness, because, as scriptures say, come out of my people, for I shall leave you with a sword of destruction. All right, the Most High is, he's making a separation between him who he desires and he wants, and those undesirables, the honorable seed and the dishonorable seed, the wicked versus the righteous, the ungodly versus the godly, and this truth is it's a filtering system, because the Most High wants the purest of the pure, because why? He's the King of Kings. He gets what he wants, and being a high and lofty, his throne that he sits on, he wants the best of the best. He wants the cream of the crop, and a king doesn't compromise, and in this truth, this is a filtering system. All the undesirable, they can't get through this filter system, because why? Because they cannot receive the spirit, all right, the spirit of truth that the world cannot receive. So if you're in the world, you cannot receive this truth, okay? And one of the first things you start noticing, once you've awakened and you come into remembrance, and this truth strikes you and hits you, and you can absorb it. One of the first signs is, people start looking at you different. You have a totally different aura, a presence about you that people don't recognize, and they're going to start departing themselves from you, separating themselves from you. I don't know, he's so and so, he's not the same no more. He don't want to hang out with us. He want to read the Bible and stuff. Your family, they're not gonna claim you no more. And then they're gonna start mocking you, counting you for dead. And that's just what comes with this truth, And you might have all the best will intentions for those people, but they wish ill will against you. Why? Because you are not in the world no more. Our world only accept the people of the world only accept one of their own. And they once you're not in the world no more, people are not going to claim you. Because again, this is a filtering system, and by these words, by this word, or by this spirit, again, which the world cannot receive, people are going to keep themselves away from you. You're gonna, like you got cooties or something, and in your mind, like, I'm still the same. Obviously you're not in the world no more, but that the spirit inside you is like, what happened? What's going on? And so I'm just gonna get into it, okay? This is Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you. Prime example again is your family. They're gonna call you extremist. They're gonna call you a hate group. They're gonna say you joined a cult. And then people that have never even heard you speak or heard your cause, they're gonna demonize you and call you devils. Okay, why? Because this is what happened to YAHAWASHI. All right, servant is not greater than his master. All things that happen to YAHAWASHI is gonna be happening on to us. But now as a whole, we're trying to be part of the body of YAHAWASHI. All right, being a part of one of a member, of the body, but all these things happened to YAHAWASHI. He was perfect. He walked perfect on this earth, and guess what happened? People despised him. And everybody want to say, "Oh, Jesus is for me. I love Jesus." But when he was on the scene, Jesus, okay, the world hated him. So what changed all of a sudden? blessed are ye when men shall hate you. So they're gonna honor you with their lips. That first is gonna be, okay, I get, there's gonna be some space. You changed. Okay, the people notice that right off the rip. But it'll some time to start cooking. Okay, and then eventually, completely disown you. You're nobody. Okay, because you die once you come to this truth. Your life is over. Okay, all the things you had, your aspirations. Okay, so of course nobody's gonna want to be with you. Because they don't understand. They don't have the spirit of truth. So they don't see. They don't have the tunnel vision. They don't see. How how in the mind how your mind's working. With the aspirations and the inspirations we get from these scriptures. But people only are around you for their own benefit. They want to claim you, say I know you, or if you're doing something good, they want to attach themselves to it. But now when there's something that goes, not to what, not to the extent that, or whatever it is that they desire, or whatever benefits them, they turn away from you. They won't be around as much as they were. They won't text you as much. They won't call you as much. Okay, and then pretty soon, especially the times we're heading in, they're gonna call us the problem. They're gonna start turning us in. That's why scriptures say, a man's foe shall be them of his own household. Okay, people that you know. Okay, I'm gonna get it again. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 22. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company. They're not gonna invite you to, whatever else things, or birthdays, or dinners, or holidays. Okay, weekend holidays. I'm not gonna ask you to come go get a haircut, or whatever else, or go to a football game, basketball game, whatever the case may be. They're not even gonna bother with you no more. Okay, and and going back to this truth being a filter system, you come to find out these people, they were never really for you. And it's unfortunate, but this is all part of that covering, all right? Because the Most High knows there's wolves and lions, tigers, and bears out there. We're sheep, we're sheep led to the slaughter. Okay, and there's a whole bunch of types of ways to die. Okay, like that's the 1,000 ways to die. Okay, and the Most High, He's separating ourselves from these people because they're walking dead. Okay, continuing, and shall reproach you, talk mess about you, oppress you, come up against you, and question you, and basically incriminate you, and not even hear your cause, not even hear what you're about. They just they have demons on them. Okay, it's simply said as that. They have demons on them, and they don't, as much as they think they control their own lives, they really don't. And they can't control the way they act, towards you, because, again, they're plagued. They're plagued in their mind. They got a disease. They're sick. Okay, and they don't acknowledge their sickness like the hopeful elect do. All right, and these people have no hope. They clearly literally just want to bring you down with them. And that's what a demon does. A demon knows he's finished. He knows he's going down. So what? A demon brings you down. Okay, and that's what in Wisdom of Solomon, I forgot. I think it might be in the 5th chapter. For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest. I'm gonna have to get that. For the bewitching of naughtiness doeth obscure things that are honest. What is honest is truth. Okay, what it is we're after life. Eternal life. Things, and following after things, and fighting for things that are actually going to change the world in righteousness. Wanting simple stuff, man, like some clean air, clean water, or a place where you don't have to worry about your kids getting snatched up, or someone coming home and bodying you, or something like that. It's what we're after is righteousness. Okay, simply said, no godliness. A world will dwell righteousness, but just as a perfect example. Okay, YAHAWASHI. They put hands on him. They demonize him. You know, they talk mess about him, and he was doing all type of miracles and all type of beautiful, wonderful things, and people called him a devil. Okay, continuing, going back, and shall reproach you and cast out your name as evil. Exactly. Okay, for the Son of Man's sake. Okay, YAHAWASHI's sake, YAHWAH's sake. Okay, and you know that's what we're after. We're trying to be accepted, you know, by our Maker. You know, we no longer want to be accepted by the world no more, because we know the world is full of emptiness, of just vanity, and you know the thing that again, that filter system. This is what separates us. You know, we seek acceptance from our Maker, not from the world, and that goes into the renewing of your mind. You know, in Romans 12:2. You know, because you no longer lust and fight after the things you fought for in the world, because you know it's coming to an end. You know, we know this world's coming to an end. You know, that's why our whole mind state is finished. Not finished. Our whole mind state is different from the people of the world, because they wish this world to continue, and we wish this world to be completely, you know, destroyed. You know. But moving on. Okay, let me get an example. All right, this is I'm in Job. This is chapter 19, and I'm gonna start at 14. My kinfolk, that's Jake, man. My kinfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. You know. 15. They that dwell in mine house, okay, and my maids count me for a stranger. I am an alien in their sight. You know, this is plain as day, okay? 16. I called my servant. He gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. My breath is strange to my wife, though I entreated for my children's sake of my own body. Yeah, young children despise me. I arose, and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me. Okay, so now that just goes into counting the cost. Okay, if you love, you know, your mother, you love your father, you love your life, you love your sister, you know, you love your brothers, you love, you know, whatever, you know, more than the Most High, you're not fit for the kingdom of heaven. You know, you're not fit to be his disciple. You know, and you're not fit to be a believer. You know, because, you know, going to that great multitude, you know, they love not their life unto death. They hate this world, and you know, that's why it says fight for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. You know, because we know that this time that we're heading in, you know, our hands and our feet are not going to reach we're not going to gain salvation by our own doing. You know, this is judgment is like Daniel 12 chapter says, like a never like a time that was seen before, pretty much. Okay, and you can't imagine that. That's why I said we prophesy in part, because, you know, we haven't lived it yet. You know, we see it, we know it's going to happen, but we're not, you know, time hasn't caught up with prophecy yet. You know, so we wish to be, again, we wish to be accepted by our Maker, no longer wish to be accepted by the world. And you're going to notice, once you're not accepted by the world anymore, okay, you turn your back to the world, because the world has been nothing but disappointment and, you know, death unto you. You know, they growl and hiss at you, okay, and talk mess about you. And scriptures say reproach you, all right? And that's why, again, scriptures say a man's foe shall be they of his own household. So, you know, expect that first for your own people to turn against you. Okay, people who you've been familiar with, you grew up with, you thought had your back, whatever the case may be, you know, they're going to separate themselves from you. You know, they're not going to want to come and hang out with you. Okay, you're an alien. This truth makes you an alien. Okay, that's why scriptures say we are not of this world. Okay, we're not of this world. And it starts in your mind, right? That renewing of your mind. You have to mentally escape this place before you can physically escape this place. Because if your mind's stuck in this place, that's what scriptures say. You know, where your heart is where your treasure is. So our heart is in heavenly things, okay. And people in this world are in worldly things. So that's why their mind is here. Our mind is out there, you know, because we know the kingdom of heaven is already established. You know, the Most High is coming, you know, with all His gifts, okay, all the gifts, and, you know, the house He's been planning for us, and the kingdom of heaven, you know, roughly to say, okay. The reward is coming, you know, because right now we're in the world of the wicked. All right, then we're at the end. So why would you want to join in on something that's going to be finished? And even, the prosperity of the wicked is short-lived. And, and why, thinking of as a businessman, making an investment, why make and put all your effort in something that's going to fail? And you knowingly know it's going to fail. And you're putting your trust in something that you have really no control over at all. You're putting your trust in the government. You're putting your trust on your job. You're putting your trust in, an investment or something, whatever, with this trash economy. Okay, it's a bad investment, and it's really a waste of your time because it's gonna end, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, and that when is now, because we are in the last days. It's hard sometimes. Speaking me as a man, time goes by and sometimes you just floating, going through the motions, and we all want to get up out of here, but we have a job to do, and worrying about stuff that doesn't matter can get you a lot of trouble. Obviously, we're in the flesh. We think about worldly things sometimes. Case in point, I watch car videos or whatever the case may be. Whatever your thing is on the side, use the world, not abuse the world. But the end game for us, is the beginning. Because Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning that follows. So we're patiently waiting for our reward. And while the people of this world are trying to fight for something that they really they're not gonna get. So they don't get what's going on, and they don't have the spirit of truth, so they're gonna separate themselves from you, plain as day. Okay, and that's a good point to get into, because this is where I'm gonna close off at. All right, this is Jude, and I'm gonna start the 17th verse. All right, but beloved, remember ye the words which were spoken before of the apostles of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach, and the apostles of our Lord are here on the earth today. Okay, speaking of apostles who are on down, all the apostles and elders that the Most High set out to be masters and teachers unto who? All right, the hopeful elect. Okay, it's 18. How that they told you there should be mockers in the last time, who should walk after their own ungodly lusts. Okay, living in the flesh, appeasing this wicked body. All this body wants to do is eat, have sex and sleep, and be lazy. Okay, the endorphins in your body are that feel good spirit. And that's why people want to prophesy unto smooth things. They want to hear stuff that appeases to their worldly spirit, because again, their mind is here. They don't want this place to end. So you telling them that the so-called white man is Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of. You tell them about Babylon the Great is America, and the ending of this place is nuclear missiles. They nod their head. But they distance themselves from you. Because they don't know this song, and this song they won't get, and they won't like, because this song condemns them unless they come into the house of the Lord. Okay, and then they're covered, and then that's the only way we're gonna be justified is by this, and most importantly by the faith of YAHAWASHI. Okay, but again, people they don't know anything beyond this place. They can't think past this place. People have goals and aspirations, but in campus, and it's surrounded by the rules of this world. I want to be a millionaire, billionaire. I want to be Joey, whatever that, but that's you trusting in oppression. Okay, and morally, what motivates you is your worldly spirit. Because if you understood the things that were to come, you would be, maybe in a position that I'm in right now. Okay, and all the brothers, and from the apostles on down. Okay, you'll be fighting for the masteries, things that are actually are that endure forever. Okay, that's going to be eternal and pushed on to forever. Okay, but people, again, they're temporal. Their mind is temporal, so you know their being's going to be temporal. All right, so you know the Most High is going to destroy them. All right, but continuing, okay. These be they who separate themselves, okay, sensual, having not the spirit. Okay, they're going to separate themselves because they don't have the spirit of truth. All right, because this light, it burns them. Okay, all right, because why? These words is fire. Okay, it says 20. But ye beloved, building up yourselves on your most holy faith, praying in the Holy Spirit. All right, building ourselves up. All right, because you know we spiritually get beat up every single day. You know our outward man perish. All right, you know, daily, but our inward man is supposed to be renewed, okay, you know, by these words. You know, the Most High, he messes us up, okay, because he wants us to know this is not our rest. You know, there'll be some days you can't even tie your shoes right, you know, but there'll be other days like, you know, you walking on air sometimes, you know, but that's you got to find that balance, you know, and that's building yourself up, and that's why we have apostles and elders set over us because they know the way. You know, and then it's all about order. You know, everything has to be done decently and in order. And you know, a man has to have teachers. You know, the Most High is not coming only to, you know, I don't want to get too far off from the lesson, okay? But you know, we have to build ourselves up. You know, and build ourselves up for these things that are to come, because you know it's all about faith. You know, the most above all, you know, the shield of faith. Okay. And faith not in this world, because faith in this world will have you back in the world, okay? It says 21, keep yourselves in the love of the Most High. Exactly. If you love me, keep my commandments. If you love me, feed my sheep, okay? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, and the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his love, okay? And in faith, faith is what's going to get us out of here, okay? Because, you know, if it was for the law, you know, alone, we will all be dead, okay? And we're striving for the Most High to have favor on us, okay? Keeping it like that. Keep yourselves in the love of the Most High, all right? Being accepted by the Most High, because if you're not accepted by Him, you know, you're gonna be destroyed, okay? Looking for the mercy of our Lord YAHAWASHI Mashiach unto eternal life. You know, we don't care about people in the world separating themselves from us. You know, we care about the angels rejoicing up in the heavens about us, you know, cheering us on, you know, and YAHAWASHI, you know, getting word about his servants, you know, doing his good will. You know, that's pleasing to him. That's why it says, oh, Israel, happy are we, for the things that are pleasing unto the Most High are made known unto us. You know, we want to please our Maker, you know, because, you know, that's what things all about, you know, finding favor in the Lord to have mercy on you in these last days. So who cares what people think about you? You know, we're in this truth, you're a minority. You know, the elect is a small group of people, a remnant, you know. So, you know, that's basically the gist of the lesson, you know, and thinking not strange, okay? You know, people are going to start separating themselves from you. If not now, soon. And if you already, you know, it's already happened to you, you know, you already know what's up, you know. That's just one of the things that's going to happen in this truth. And yeah, you can't let it fret you, you know, because there's a lot of beautiful brothers out there, you know, and, you know, really, you know, lifelong friendships you wish you had in the world, you know, but, you know, you'll catch up in the kingdom. It is what it is. But, hey, man, those when it's edifying, as always, want to give our praises to YAHAWAH, MILLSTONE, Bashim Kakodash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, peace and blessings, hope for like the Israel. Shalom.